Y'all, for Commissioner Schoonover, for allowing me to speak. This has no topic that's on today's agenda, but are we aware of the record policy that's in place right now?
This is a time for comments. Because we've not noticed this, it's not an open interaction. So share with us what you're
Well,
thinking.
so you commissioners and judges, y'all did this ordinance last year that has now been completely changed because you left it in the hands of the sheriff. So he's completely rewrote y'all's policy that y'all agreed on. And we've got companies that are 12 days into a rotation process that are talking about filing bankruptcy. And nobody can give us an answer of what's coming. Is this how the system is going to be and there's no ifs, ands, buts about it? Or is this something that y'all are working on or you know about? Or we've met with Sheriff's Department this past week from different zones, commissioners from different zones. What are we doing? We're not getting any answers. We were told we would have some kind of answers today on the 12th, and it's not even on the agenda. So we got record companies that are literally falling off. There's 63 companies on our rotation. That's one of the largest rotations in the United States that y'all put in place right in the middle of a pandemic, right in the middle of our election process. But it's at our expense. Everybody says we're working on it, and Judge, you're the one that said we're going to leave this open to change. So you've left this process open to change, and it ain't nothing what y'all agreed upon. We need to make action on this. You got companies falling off on a daily basis, and it's not working. The process that is in place with 63 companies, we have companies that's going from cut and shoot to Magnolia. The car gets towed out of cut and shoot, it's going back to Magnolia. It's getting towed out of New Caney, it's going to Magnolia. It's getting towed out of Magnolia, and it's going to cut and shoot. This is the process that y'all set up. It's not working for our community. It's not working for our community nor the companies that are on this rotation list. So we're asking for some
Typically what we want to do here is I would say, hey, give it this commissioner, give it that commissioner. I'll be glad to get with you on this. You
Please.
Following, let's talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Morning. My name is Charles Miller. My wife and I own Miller Towing and Recovery. And just real quick, thank you to those of you that, since we implemented the Sheriff's Department implemented the new tow rotation, there's been a lot of confusion, a lot of headache, and kind of a mess here and there. But thank you to those of you that have worked to try to make it better. There's some people, a few people from the Sheriff's Department, a couple of commissioners and whatnot that have tried to work to make things better. We really greatly appreciate you listening and putting forth the effort, because it's our financial stability that's on the line when it comes to this. We've had several meetings between the Sheriff's Department and owners, and mainly in regards to answering questions and looking at a map proposed by the Sheriff's Department to change some of the tow zones. This map would cut down a lot of the Captain Hollifield called it saturation of tow companies that is countywide. He said that we have, I think it's 75 companies, 250 tow trucks, and 674 rotation spots in the county, not including heavy. 674. It's too many. It's too much. This was not what was intended by the court when you guys passed this last year in July. This is not what we were anticipating as owners getting into it either. The discussions that we've had in the meetings with Captain Hollifield have gone very well. The map that he presented was approved by owners by greater than 95% of all the owners that were at those meetings. The owners want something different. The officers that are on the scenes that are waiting for tow trucks to show up when they need one, they call one, they need something that's different. I'm not asking you to throw out and to start over. You guys gave the permission to the Sheriff's Department to make changes to make this a workable system. I'm asking you and I'm encouraging you because businesses are dependent upon this decision. Families are depending on this decision. Some companies, a lot of their income is based, and it's just part of the industry, is based off of loading cars off of the streets. The rotation should make that a level playing field across the board for everybody and smooth things out. It has not done that. That's not to say that it can't if we can get together and make some changes, But we're seeing that the changes that were agreed upon by the sheriff's department and agreed upon by the owners are now held up, and they weren't able to be here today because they're held up in the county attorney's office. If we're all in agreement on this, these guys at the sheriff's department need to be able to move forward and make these changes that you gave them the permission to make in the ordinance. Again, we greatly appreciate everything that everybody's doing to try to make this better, but we can't stop today because it's still not right. There's still companies that are hurting, there's families that are gonna be affected by this. And I know I'm on an unpopular side being a tow truck owner because it's a lot like a lawyer. A lot of people don't like them until you need them, and I get it, and I understand.
We've got the information. I'm going to be shortly here afterwards, and we appreciate your comments very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have another comment? Yes, sir.